What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing some more Pokemon VGC Reg J Wi-Fi battles. Today we're busting out a super cool, hyper-aggressive team that features Deoxys Attack. This is going to be physical, choice-banded, normal Terra E-Speed Deoxys Attack, paired next to Shenpao, paired next to Urshi Water, Zacian, and we also have a little bit of Goth, so if they lead incorrectly, we can trap them in with our Shadow Tag. Our team's going to look a little bit like this. Deoxys Attack actually has the same base speed as Shadow Rider, so unfortunately, while it would be really cool to be adamant to utilize this 180 base attack, we still do have to be jolly to at least speed tie Shadow Rider. This is a very, very cool set, pairing it, like I said, with a Fake Out Helping Hand Goth. Like, we can go Fake Out, destroy something with Deoxys. Next turn, Helping Hand, destroy another one with Deoxys. So cool. We're going to be pairing it with a Scarf Ursh. I really wanted to fit coaching on this set, but I think these are the right moves for this Ursh. You kind of need the Ice Spinner on this guy to be able to unlock our ability to go for like these extreme speeds, these fake outs, these sucker punches as well. Very, very cool set on the Urshi Water. Another mon here is going to be standard Sash Pow. I like this one a lot. 2v2, easy. We don't really need Sacred Sword in this thing. I think the double dark is going to be very, very important because we need to, again, break those ghosts so we can actually unlock Deoxys' potential to actually get those big sweeps. We have a Sweeper Torn. I've been really, really liking the Covert Cloak Dark Terra Torns in Reg J. It makes so they can't go for those Prankster Taunts. They can't go for Fake Outs. You get up your speed control. Very, very solid mon in this format. And last but not least, we're just rocking like a full sweeper Zacian. Easy peasy. I think Zacian's a very, very good partner for Deoxys. A lot of the things Deoxys is weak against, things like, you know, dark type attacks and stuff like that. Zacian's a really good pivot to not only mitigate that damage, but then repin those Pokemon with big play-ups. So this is a pretty cool team. Like I said, it's a hyper-aggressive team. We're going to be racing to the finish, getting a bunch of good games in today, hopefully. And before we get into those games, I just want to remind everyone, we're still trying to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. If you guys want to help us out, think about dropping a sub on the channel. And other than that, let's hop right into these games. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, Shadow Rider Zenta, Clodsire, Metagross. Okay, big intimidates off the rip. We want to lead with stuff that's let's see if I want to even waste my Terras. Let's see. I could lead like this. I think this is a solid lead. This says like, hey, I have speed control. Hey, I deal damage. Hey, you got to deal with it. That's fine. I think those are really, really good. I don't know if Zacian's the right play. I'm going to bring Pow over Zacian here. It's going to be harder for me to break Zenta, though, with this. But it's better than Shadow Rider. You know what? I'll bring Zacian then. It's fair. I respect Zacian. I do not have Sacred Sword on this Pow, so gotta be a little bit respectful of that. Very cool team. I bet that Clodsire is literally just there for, like, after you in a TR matchup, so I'm not being very respectful of Clodsire. I think they're going to bring Zenta. I think they're going to bring Shadow Rider, and then I think it's probably going to be, like, Rilla and Sin. It could be, though, in Sin Metagross. Metagross is actually good into Pow. Metagross walls Deoxys pretty well. Metagross does a pretty good job about walling Zacian, so we can be... like, that can definitely be an option for them. Another thing they could also do is lead, like, Metagross Shadow Rider, pop up Protect turn 1 with the Shadow Rider, go for an Explosion, and then just bring out Incin for a turn 2 Fake Out pin with Intimidate. That could be really good, so we have to be respectful of that. If they lead Metagross and anything, really, we just pop up Protect turn 1. Clodzire's on the board. That's not what I was expecting. It's not. Clodzire's Water Absorb. Good ability. It doesn't have a... it's probably unaware. I think I'm just going to pop this Shadow Rider on the first turn. I'm going to go Rain Dance and just Surging Strikes out. We should be able to get the KO. You do not get after you. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. This should get the KO onto the Shadow Rider. So I want to pivot in Rilla. Like, that's fine. I don't really care that much about what this Clodsire thinks that it's doing. I have a Deoxys Attack in the back. It's not afraid. I'm not afraid of this Clodsire. But that being said, it might have Water Absorb. So let's see. Here's their Terra. Are they going Water Terra Shadow Rider? Are they ally switching me, bro? What Terra? Dark. Now this definitely can KO. This is an Adamant Ursh. This is Adamant Ursh with like a Rain Dance boost. So there is a chance that this doesn't get the KO if they have like some points in bulk. But like, do you? Do you really? No, you don't. And that's your Terra down. Terra down for the count. What's this Clodsire think it's doing here? And we still have like Ghost Terra on our Ursh to be able to block like a Fake Out pin next turn, or like a Grassy Glide pin. So let's see what they got going on over here. What are you using over here? I have no idea. This is gonna blow my mind. Survey says Yawn. I'm just gonna pivot it, bro. Just gonna pivot it. Yeah. So like their plan was to go for some sort of like Protect Yawn play, and we're just like, no, nope. Rip it. So if you bring out like Rilla here, we just taunt that Clodsire and just pivot. Now we know that you can't go for like a defensive Terra. That's a problem. I just want to rip this Zenta a new one. Don't need to. I can just pivot in Zacian though and go for a taunt. I think that's fair. I don't want them yawn cycling me any more than they already can. And I don't want to have my Ursh get put to sleep. Honestly, I don't. So we're fine. Playing a little bit defensive now that we took a big KO on their Terramon. So Zacian's right here. Give me that big attack boost. Last Mon's probably in Sin. So let's see what they got. It'd be really funny to double into that slot with like a close combat and make a read. CC, or Play Rough is not the play. Not today, buddy. But and the Poisoner, bro. Bro just hates Ursh. He's like, you're either going to sleep or you're dead, bro. I'm like, none of the above? How about none of the above? That's game, bro. I don't know what you think you're doing out here, but we take these. We don't even need Deoxys, but if we do need Deoxys, we'll use it. We outspeed this guy with our Zacian. Here's the pivot for Insane. We literally just talked about this. Lamau. I could have close combat. I could have made that deep read. I just didn't need to. I still don't think I need to. Let's see what happens. We still have the Ursh in the back. I think at this point you just lock in close combat if you want to use Ursh correctly. Because we don't know what kind of Clodsire that is. We don't know if it's Water Absorb or Unaware at this point. We do know that they can't Terra. There's the Iron Defense. Really, really good play, but this Bleak Wind is going to be doing way too much. Way too. It's not going to KO, but it's going to put within range for like probably one more close combat, right? Do I need to Terra my Zacian? I do not. Yep, this is fine. I'm okay here. We're fake outing. We're protecting our Zacian. So if they did wanted to go fake out, like there's no way we lose Zacian this turn, which I think is a really important mon for pinning the Clodsire, because Clodsire would be unaware of our like neutral stat too. If our stats go down even more, I want to see if they pivot, like what this looks like. I don't want to get wisped. I don't want to get set up on at all. Don't want to deal with this. Clodsire, like we can just go for a big Bleak Wind. Zacian is not to deal with any of this. If you want to fake out my Torn, we are cloaked. So we are fine here. This is a really safe play. Lets me preserve a little bit of the board state. And now like I can just Bleak Wind Behemoth Blade and kind of went out there. Where let's see, I didn't want to get burned. Didn't want to get hit by that. Not happening. I also didn't want them to like parting shot, like repin or do anything weird. So yeah, I really like that play. And we get to see its item here. It's going to be lefties. So yeah, we're just going to Behemoth Blade that guy and just full send in a Bleak Wind, and that should be game next turn for the most part. I'd like to use Deoxys, but like, do not pass go. It's not required. Like, I think saving your Deoxys in the very back to be like a massive E-speed bot is really nice. I don't think we get this KO here, but it's fine. Yep, it's gonna barely live. Hanging on by a thread. Who are you yawning? It's gonna be Torn, right? Yawn and Zacian, huh? Okay. Zacian. The right play, I would say, is actually... Do I taunt your Zenta? I think that is the right play, is taunt Zenta. And pivot out for Ursh. Yeah, that just says, like, nope, do not pass go, do not collect $200. I can always bring the Zacian back in. This stops wide guard next turn. Battle's canceled. Cool. Good stuff. We take those wins all the way to the bank, and we're going to go into another game. All right. Wheezing, huh? Okay. I can definitely beat this. I think Deoxys is a really, really usable mon here. Let's think, though. They want to get Tailwind up. I want to say no to their Tailwind. So I think I can just trade Tailwinds with them for the most part. I think Torn is actually still just a really solid mon. They don't really have any Intimidates. But, like, Pow seems like a really usable lead here. Pow seems just really, really solid in like a lot of what they're doing. They're going to have to blow Terras to stop that. And if they have to blow Terras, they can't go like Ghost Terra and then wake in to stop Deoxys. So like, this looks like it full sends, clears everything. I don't need to waste my Terras early. My Torn should be able to get up a Tailwind versus anything. And then like, honestly, we still like outspeed things like Skymin. So as long as we're trading Tailwinds, the fact they can't Trick Room us, we should be in a really, really good spot. I wonder if they're ever even going to be able to bust out that Wheezing versus my team. It's not really that great, you know. Zacian like already activates like the Intrepid Sword. Like bringing Wheezing after doesn't work. It doesn't really do anything against like Deoxys and stuff like that too. It doesn't really do that much against Urshining other than stopping me from being able to, you know, go through Protect. Like, I would say that, like, Weezing almost hurts this guy more. He can't activate Koraidon. He doesn't get to flinch things with Skymin. Sar doesn't get Solar Power. So it's like, we'll see if Weezing hits the board, but I don't think that it's going to be that impactful in this matchup. That being said, I wonder where the Sash is. Is it on Skymin? Is it on Weavile? Are you bringing Weavile? Weavile could be a very usable Mon versus Deoxys. Like, there's a good shot that, like, an Adamant Weavile Ice Shard Okos Deoxys. There's Weavile. Awesome. So let's think about what they want to do here. I think I am going to just go Protect Tailwind. If you take out my Torn, I then just send out something like my Zacian that lets me just pin the rest of your Mons. That should be fair. I'm actually not afraid of your Garchomp. I'm going to actually just Tailwind. And I'll Spinner there. Yeah, if you want to fake out my pal, like... Nah, I'll Protect. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I don't think they just disrespect my pal that much. By, like, doubling Torn, you know? I don't think Torn goes down. If I get the Tailwind up for it, that's fine. See, there's a fake out. See, like, we're forcing him to be pretty good. I don't care if he Swords Dance. I just want my Tailwind up. I just want my guaranteed Tailwind up. I don't need to do anything weird. I can go for Bleak Winds on subsequent turns. That's great. No Terra on Chomp is kind of spicy. Okay. So if I can break this Weavile Sash, I think I win the game. You miss on Torn. Value. Okay, here we go. You want this thing off the board really, really bad. I don't need my Terra on anything else. If I do this, I don't lose this Mon this turn. And I will disrespect your Garchomp. Sorry, over-respect your Garchomp, but, like, I'm just full sending it into it. And the fact that they're not Terrastal... Well, we'll see if they're Terrastalizing. I have a higher speed tier right now. So let's see. I don't want to lose my Torn, though, because I want to be able to Rain Dance over a Koraidon that comes in. I think that's actually pretty important for the rest of this match. Should make the Zacian a lot easier to use versus Koraidon. Protect's fine. And also, this Rain Dance allows me to hit subsequent Bleak Winds very well. So if they're going, like, Ice Spinner into my Torn this turn, good stuff. No, I didn't Rain Dance. Sorry, I Bleak Winded this turn, but I could have Rain Danced. But it's better to, you're right, it's better to do it just like this. Breaking that Weavile Sash is so important here. And let's see what they're actually using. Speed Drop is important. Triple Axle. See, it's right there. Ooh. That's a crit. I'm dead. I wasted my Terra. Unless you miss. That sucks. Okay. Sucks to suck. It's time for Zacian. They're going to go Terra with that Chomp, right? I don't think I'd lose this, though. I might with a sort of Ruin Damage Shred. If they want to blow their Terra, I think I still win with Deoxys in the back. I know that sounds so crazy, but I think if I can get the Weavile off the board and have Sash, Pow plus Deoxys and Terra Chomp that's been, like, chunked, I think I win the game. Wow. He's really not messing around here. Koraidon on the Ice Spinner pivot? Dude, I was letting you have it. Dude, I was willing to trade with you. I was a Mon down saying, like, trade with me 1 for 1, and you were like, no. I will not. Double pivot? Oh my gosh. They're going to lose both their Mons this turn. They swapped 2 Mons out that have 2 weaknesses for 2 Mons that have the same 2 weaknesses. It's so important when you pivot things out, right? To pivot them out in an order that will correctly block the damage. Like, I've been full sending in this Ice Spinner into your Garchomp slot for, like, 3 turns. Put the Weezing over there. You know? He lives, but, like, at what cost? Like, holy moly. Wow. That's so funny. Here's Weavile. You got a fake out pin here. You do. But I have a move called Protect. So last turn my Tailwind, but, like, I outspeed with our monsters. The only way that you could do something sick here is if you, like, Flame Charge your own Weavile. That would be clean. They could actually Feint me. But I don't think they have Feint on this set. And best they could get is Feint, Flame Charge into my Weavile, and then I just send out Deoxys and pin with E-Speed. So if you Feint like, Flame Charge my POW. That would suck, but I still win. And you don't think you need Terra to do that. So let's see what they got. Here we go. Fire Terra, relatively standard. And now you can't go Ghost on something like that Weavile, so Deoxys is going to be able to clean up. Alright, big Protectamundo. Double Protectamundo. It feels so nice using Pal Zacian too. Feels great. Fake out. Oh, yeah. Fake out Zacian, okay. You double kicking my pal, bro? Flame Charge, yeah, it was the right play. Ooh. They would lost the game to a solo Protect. They targeted them on that, like, would have had Protect. That's funny. Alright, I don't need to win. We don't know what kind of... Has the Koraidon shown... Has not shown anything. I think that you actually hit this because this is faster. Or otherwise, like, I think that this is just the play. I don't think they got Scarf Flame Charge Koraidon. I think I still have to turn a Tailwind up anyways. We don't need to use Sucker Punches just yet. Yep. There's no reason, like, we would have been fine either way. Even if, like, they are speed tying with POW and, like, Zacian and stuff like that, like, we don't need to do anything weird. I think this is fair. So that guy goes down. Last Mon comes out. And we can Sucker Punch that Koraidon whenever we feel like it. So what you got? I guess they could have potentially won a speed type if they would have risked it there, but we still win because we have the Sash. Alright, so Terra's down, so all we need to do is just full send this. So we Behemoth Blade there, Ice Spinner there, and GG Shake My Hand. Can't believe about the wheezing, man. That was like the most disastrous turn of Pokemon I think I've ever seen, like ever. In fighting game turns, in like tag games, we call that a happy birthday. When like they double pivot in and go in like all their tag mons to try and do something, and you just catch all of them in like your super. It's like the best thing ever. So Koraidon goes down to that Behemoth Blade. We should be able to break this Chomp unless it's like Sash, but like I don't think so. Sash Chomp would be too devious. Yeah. So we take those wins all the way to the bank. Yo, I haven't even got to use the Deoxys yet. I just keep winning. Dang it. I should just lead with Deoxys. And we'll see if we can still win if I do that. Oh man, I actually fought against this guy earlier today when I was recording another video. That's Sash Whims. It doesn't look like Sash Whims, but it is. And I want to say that that's Urshi Dark. So I know these things, which means I can take advantage of them. Let's see. I think Deoxys is actually like super clutch here. We said we're going to lead Deoxys. Let's lead with it. So let's go Torn. Let's go Deoxys. I think that those are really solid. I kind of want to bring my Ursh here, but at the same time, like, I think that just these are enough to get the win. I think POW is still incredibly cracked in this matchup. Sucker Punch is great into a lot of their mons. The whole way that team works is it, like, misdirects you into, like, thinking, you know, certain mons have certain moves and what have you. And so, like, that's Banded Urshi Dark, I believe. That's Sash Whims. And, let's see what happens here. I think Deoxys is going to pop off. Whimsicott and Urshi Dark. Waking up and choosing Violence, I see. Cool. So, do I Tailwind? You're going to Wicked Blow me. So, I actually think I just E-Speed the Urshi Dark and Bleak Wind, and then I E-Speed the Whims. Or, you know, I could just Bleak Wind. I mean, do I even want to Tailwind here? No, I don't need to. I can just do this. I don't need to give the my Deoxys right now. Because I don't think you're suckering. I think you're going Tailwind and Wicked Blow. I think you're Wicked Blowing here. I don't think you're suckering. And if you do, I just got a Zacian for free. Like, we take those. Yep. Tailwind. This would be a faster priority move than Ursh. So let's see if you're Wicked Blowing with the Banded Ursh. Yep, awesome. That's such a good play for me. Awesome. And, like, this Bleak One's about to cook. Gotta hit this Bleak One, though. Oh! Oh, dude, I don't want to miss any of those. There's that Sash, like we said. That really, really stinks. That's disgusting. All right, so we are going to have to Terra here. And Tailwind back. And then we actually go after the Whims, not the Ursh. The Ursh will be a problem, but it's locked into Wicked Blow right now. So I can just KO that with Superpower. I can KO that with Zacian whenever I feel like it, right? This gets up our Tailwind. And this lets us outspeed the Whims if it's clicking a Moonblast as well. So let's see what they're even doing here. We're doing this to avoid taunt if they do have taunt, but it looks like they don't. We already know that Wims doesn't have an Encore, but it's not that important. So Wims goes down. Gotta avoid the Endeavor, which I actually think is on that Wims. And then you can what? Wicked Blow my Torn. I get to keep that. And I can Rain Dance over you right now. Can't believe I just missed that. So is it Koraidon here? You still have Terra up. I think what I would do is probably Rain... If you send a Koraidon, I think I do Rain Dance and just take out your Ursh with like a Play Rough. I can even go Rain Dance... Protect. It's not bad. And then I go Zen Headbutt, like close combat. It's actually a lot of damage. I'll Rain Dance. And I'll Play Rough. You don't really have that many mons that pivot correctly here. I don't need to respect your Koraidon. You're gonna go. Oh, he's trying to keep that thing alive to Sucker Punch in the back. Oh, we have E-Speed. Don't tell him. Walking Wake on the Play Rough pivot is not optimal. It's not great. He's like, ha, I'm expecting your Rain Dance. And it's like, I'm killing your mon that abuses it. And it's special attack boosting Wake. It's slow. Okay. All right. Yeah, I think actually E-Speed just says like pop, 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 pop here. Right? So let's see. I might actually lose my Deoxys to like a CC. Gotta hit this Play Rough, by the way. Very important, because I'm gonna lose Zacian this turn. Most likely. I already missed one Bleak Wind. Let's go. Player up there is so good. He thought I was going to Behemoth Blade. I was like, no, actually, your whole team's weak against Fairy, so we're gaming out here. And what you using over here? Flare Blitz and a Zacian. I might still live. You've lost your damage steroid. It's raining. I live because we're gamers. It's kind of nice. You're going to have Sucker, which is going to lock you into Sucker. And, like, I think I actually just pivot Zacian for... Ooh, let me think about that. If I pivot Zacian for POW, and I just Bleak one, I think that's really, really good. Actually, just leave Zacian on the board. Zacian can just click Protect for like 8 turns in a row and be like, ha, 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 ha. Like, you have Sucker, you're banded, right? So if you're Suckering, awesome. If you're Wicked Blowing, that's fine. Like, we know you can't ever Sucker, I don't need to respect that damage. Right, Sucker, awesome. Don't care. You can take out this Torn too, if you outspeed, which you don't. Great damage. We take out the Ursh. Easy peasy. Now we don't need to respect the Sucker. And, I mean, we technically used Deoxys, right? We did it. It was there as bait. We're going to be able to bring it to close it out in the back. Dude, I want that big, extreme speed damage. That's what I want. So I'll get it. I'll get what I want. And I can tear it, too. Oh, I'm going to do all the good stuff to this guy. So we're going to go... in with our Deoxys. We're going to go for a normal Terra. We're going to pivot in the POW. Like, yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking. Actually, we can't Terra. We already went Dark Terra on our Torn. Big sad. But I can go E-Speed, pivot in POW, and say GG, shake my hand. So, pretty good stuff. We take those wins all the way to the bank. And whenever you see opponents, like, try and, like, cut those corners with, like, the Sash Wims instead of Cloak on this team, make it look like you have Sash Flutter, you gotta remember it. And that's why when you're playing games in the ladder, it's worth it to like play the game out or scoop before showing too much damage, because you never know who you're going to play in like an hour or two. Like I said, I played this person this morning. I'm recording this a little bit later in the day, and they're using the same team, and I knew their items, so we take those wins all the way to the bank. Oh man, that's a really, really impressive team. Probably going to be Booster, Flutter, either Goggles or Avian Sin, probably Scarf, Lando, Torn. I think you do need to lead Torn in this matchup. But then we have to think, like, what is the other mon we're pairing the Torn with that doesn't just auto-lose to Sin? Can't bring Deoxys, but Deoxys is usable here. I think you actually have to go like this. I think these two just are the play. And then you set up for Deoxys and Zacian to close out. That's probably the best play. I also think there's so much value in POW here. What if I just led POW? Like, what do they do if I lead POW instead of my Ursh? I could bring the Ursh in the back. Do I need Zacian in this matchup? Is another great question. I think it's a good mon. I don't think I need it. Let's try this. There is value to be had here. If they lead Torn Ogre, I could just go like E-Speed Reg or Deoxys, just pop them in the mouth. That would be so clean. That's not going to happen. Alright, I think we can win this one without Zacian. I think they're going to be over-respectful of Zacian. They're going to be bringing, like, the Insins, you know, the Landos, the double Intimidate cycling, and, like, I think I'd lose. This is a solid play. I think if I went POW, Deoxys, we just go E-Speed Sucker, win the game. That's so crazy. Alright, we can trade Tailwinds here. I think trade Tailwind and just Throat Chop Ogre is really solid. Because worst case scenario, you double tap my POW, but you can't Tailwind and double tap. Like, you can't Tailwind and click Bleak Wind and Spout, right? So if I were to click Tailwind, that forces you to Tailwind me, and then Throat Chop just gets to stick into Ogre. And if you want to go protect Tailwind, like, that's completely fine. You want to blow your Terras on first turn? Let's see what they're clicking. Is it Grass? What if I clicked Bleak Wind, bro? Double dip Water. Are you Scarfed? Well, if you are Scarfed, like, Sash Pouch still just, like, full sends this. Tailwind trade, they have a faster turn than we do. That's actually really important to note. Really important to note that they have a faster turn than we do. It's not that important, but, like, it is important to know. So if I want to go for Bleak Winds next turn, well, we're gonna die. It's not Scarf Ogre, though. So let's see if they're Origin Pulsing or Spouting. Spout, we might live, actually. Well, POW lives. That's Specs. Judging still being able to Oko a Torn, even with the Watershed over there, that should be Specs. Unless they show, like, Orb here. I don't think Mystic Water gets that roll ever. Yeah, we're fine to just go Ursh here. You see how, like, solid Ursh is here? Even if that is Sash Torn, we just break it with Ursh. And if you come with Incin, I still have my Ghost Terra. Like, oh. Cool. Protect against an Ursh, bro. Okay. Good play. Still a good play. 1, 2, 3, baby, eyes on me. That's what we like to see. Here we go. Torn's down. You can go with Miraidon here. It's a speed tie versus my POW. That it is. And we still have Deoxys in the back. And I liked how I targeted this because I didn't want to get Sash Torned, you know, by just Ice Spinnering it. That Kyogre, I guess it's Mystic Water, but that's so ridiculous. Oh, that's fine. They're not Booster. Oh. Bro, you're not Booster. What happened? There's the Sash. These guys are trying to cheese, bro, with all these weird... oh, he just lived that. But it's not Booster. Maybe that one was Spexed. The only way we lose this one is a massive low roll on this Throat Chop, but it did half before. I'm confident we'll do half again. I could have went Stellar, I think. I think I have Stellar on this POW if I wanted to secure that, but I think it's worth it to keep the Terra on Ursh in case their last Mon... At least they went for like a double Protect and brought like a Fake Out Pin or something. That would have been like their only real out. Trying to bluff a Protect to see if what kind of Ursh I had or something. Miraidon's last Mon, we win. Cool. I'm going to go Surging Strikes, normal Terra Sucker. Or Stellar Terra Sucker. Cool. Easy. Easiest game I've probably played today. Yeah, people try and fold you with, like, Ogre, and you're just like, no. No, that's fine. Even if you get a KO on one of these Mons, like, we have Deoxys, can come out and just pop the E-Speed. Can't Terra, and it's so good when they blow those Terras early against this team. This Sucker Punch is going to do great damage. It's not resisted. You have no Fairy Terra. It's going to do, like, half, right? Yeah, and I think Ursh in the Rain, Adamant Ursh, plus the Sword of Ruin Shred, definitely takes that out. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And because that game was so fast, I have room for one more, and I'm gonna try and use Deoxys in this one. Oh, Arceus, dude, I'm doing it. I'm full send in this one, dude. All right, here we go. So, Whims, Arceus. You can lead in Sin. I'll cry. I'll be a sad little half panda over here, but, like, that's fine. I think those are good. I think you have to bring Ursh into this matchup. It's great into POW. It's bad into most of those other ones, but you got to bring the Ursh here. So these are the 4 that I want. Let's go. If you lead incorrectly, I will superpower that Arceus so freaking hard. You should be leading a combination of either, like, Whims, Aggression, or Incin Miraidon, right? And Incin Miraidon, it can mess me up. I will allow the Incin Miraidon to mess me up. I will. I want to use the Deoxys. I think Incin Miraidon looks really, really good on paper. I wonder if that's E-Seed's Arceus. We're going to learn today. But if they want to go Whims, we have the check to that. This is a good check to Whims, I think. They are not expecting superpower Arceus. Or Deoxys. I keep doing that. This is fine. I outspeed you. Quite a bit, actually. So I'm going to pop that Miraidon a new one. We're going to trade Tailwinds, and I'm just going to full send that, like, dumpy. I almost want to go after the Whims. This is fine. Here we go. Come on, Deoxys. Give me that flinch 20% of the time, every time. Banded Deoxys. Zen Headbutt. I wonder if there's Scarf Miraidon. Scarf Miraidon would mess us up. We would automatically lose. Don't do me like that. No one likes that. No one likes people to use the Scarf Miraidon. Oh, he's thinking. He's trying to learn today. Is he pivoting out Whims? No, we're just trading Tailwinds. Actually, I'm faster. Are you moonblasting me, bro? Light screen. Huh, they think I'm going to use a special attack. No. Wrong. Incorrect. Zen Headbutt D's. Oh. Oh, it's so much damage. I don't care, dude. That's... Pack it up. Pack it in. Let me begin. Oh, that's so much. And you hit the Torn. Okay. Torn's a good mom. All right. You got Zacian ready to come out. Or, sorry, you have Sim ready to come out whenever you need it. This is the right play. I'm looking at this, like, if you... I think you hit the Whims. I think I have to Zen Headbutt here and Behemoth Blade here. Right? That is the play. If you want to bring in Sin, bring in Sin. Like, you can't... I'm faster than both your mons. Right? There's the Tailwind Stagger. Are you Scarfed, Miraidon? No. Ha! Oh, I'm gaming. That's so sick. Alright, I need to pivot out this... this Deoxys right now. I want to see if this is Sash Wimmed or Cloaked. It's probably Cloaked. That's why I wanted to make this play. I wanted to make sure that went down. It's going to be Sash Pow, right? And they still have Terra. Oh, but we're in a really good spot. We're going to, like, pivot in and Ursh. Like, Ursh is such a good check to Pow. And then we're going to be able to repin with, like, Extreme Speed Wader. It's going to be great. There's the Incin. He gets the great double Intimidate, but we have the Ursh pivot. That's the exact... you know, last 2 mons in the back I was expecting. Cool. So we pivot out these Deox Ds, protect with the Zacian, and then we just fold over one of your mons with our Ursh. And that should be it. Dude, Deoxys is so sick. Deoxys is amazing. I think if I get a board that's Deoxys Ursh, I probably just... I have to E-speed. No matter what, I have to be E-speeding, because I will get KO'd by Sucker Punch. So, yeah, we'll fight that road when we get to it. Urshi Water. What are you doing? Maybe I didn't need to protect Zacian here. Nah, cool. Take those. And then what? Like, Sucker? Throat Chop? Sucker. Oh, yeah. Alright, so you can only Terastallize one of these guys. I think the way to win this is almost always... do I U-turn the POW? We break... Alright, you're going to have to Terastallize one of these. They both have Ghost Terra, I'm sure, but POW has a higher % chance of Ghost Terra. I'm more afraid of POW? Yep. Battle's canceled. I'll take those wins. Yeah, I think you just get the POW off the board. And then Deoxys can just superpower the Incin. If the POW does go Ghost Terra, Ursh does have the pin into it. So we're going to take those wins all the way to the bank. We did use the Deoxys. We actually, I think in almost all the games, had Deoxys in the back to be able to like solidify those wins with those big normal Terra Banded Extreme Speeds. If you're a fan of normal Terra Banded Extreme Speed, think about trying out this team in your own game. This team's full rental, Pokebase, everything you need to know about it is going to be up on the Patreon. Before I get out of here though, I just want to remind everyone, we're still trying to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're trying to get to 46,000 before the new Legend Zygarde game comes out next month. And if you guys want to help us get there, you guys like the Pokemon content we've been making recently, think about dropping a sub. And other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Peace out. I'll see you guys next time.